Oh, Ron. Hi. Sorry, it's damn McFly kids. I swear. Anyway. Welcome to Wrestling Rewind. This has been the train wreck, I swear to God. Okay, so we were supposed to start at 3. Greg is currently having dinner, so we were going to have JJ pop in, and as I say that, Mr. Cherry has arrived. So there was, it is what it is. It's one of those days, kids. So, JJ, thank you for stepping in and sitting in the green room for about 15 minutes while my technology was a dick. So, thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Greg Cherry, how are you, man? Welcome to technology hell. That is the Meacham House.
You know what? I get it, because I was having issues logging on to my StreamYard, so I get it.
Okay, it's not just me. I'm so glad. StreamYard's been acting like a dick for like the minute we signed off this morning doing the Greg Cherry show. It's been bananas. Like, I had a hard time getting into JJ's StreamYard to record with him this afternoon. Anyway, whatever. I got no backgrounds. I got nothing. I'm a mess. I don't have the damn show queued up, which is even more horrible of me.
We can throw up a graphic or something.
We can riff. It's all good, brother. That's right. So I did get some good news in the process of my technology deciding to be a pain in the ass. I shared it with Greg and JJ both privately. The 2 shirts I ordered from teespring.com/store/FHM Network are on the way. So, very excited to have those coming in, hopefully. I'm hoping, they say by end of next week, so we'll see what that actually means. But I would like to have them on and displayed for, November, December, because November, December is a big month for all of our shows, and I really want to make sure we get the full shine on those, because it's going to be a cool last couple of months of the year. Got a lot of cool shows on this show coming up. We've got good things on the Greg Cherry show. Talk Wrestling's busy because, we get into, Survivor Series and end of year, and then it's just, it kind of takes off from there. So, I'm trying my damnedest to get this queued up, and of course the network isn't logged in because that's just the way the day is going. I have to sign back into the damn network now. Let's sigh. Anyway.
Are we starting at the beginning of that match, I'm assuming?
That is my plan. I haven't had a chance to look at it, so just bear with me here and make sure that is what we're going to be doing. Of course, you can't find the damn thing with the password because that's just, again, the way the day is going.
It is a fantastic shot, by the way, the pause that I have right now.
Okay.
Which is Shivani dressed as Ventura, alongside Ventura.
Yes. Yeah, what do you call it? The opening of this show is almost worth watching because Shivani is, like, unintentionally creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Like kid rapist creepy. It's really bad. Like, I can't even process how bad it really is. Let's see. Okay, I don't know why.
So that's where Epstein's Island is.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I was trying to... Okay, what the hell is wrong with my damn... It's bad.
Oh,
okay.
That's my stuff.
No, I don't want to do that.
That's my stuff.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my
please.
bad.
Yeah.
There we go.
No. No, I can't even see your screen. I'm on the network, and it's just not happening. So, let's try that.
We're live, pal. Stuff like that happens.
Yeah. It does, and it's like StreamYard wouldn't work, and now, for some reason, my password I've used for WWE Network for months, and I just used it today to sign in on the damn Roku, won't sign in the frickin', on the computer here. Let me think.
For whatever reason, I tried to upload the Wrestling Rewind logo, and it's not taking it.
There we go. Okay, yes. Update password. For the love of God, everything is good and pure. Update the damn password. All right, so there's that.
Well, let's take this off the screen for right now.
What? Yeah, like I said, whatever you're showing, you're in control right now, dude. You got the button. I got nothing because I'm trying to get this damn thing low so I can actually know what I'm talking about when I'm calling this. The match I've been looking forward to calling for, the better part of a month, and it's just been crazy between your stuff going on in your life and the damn internet here. It's whatever. Let's see.
So while Jeff is working on that, teespring.com/stores/Greg Cherry Brand, also teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network. No hyphens with any of those. Check out all the
no more hyphens.
Yes, no more hyphens. It makes it way easier. Check out all the merchandise you can get there. You can get various items. You get all the redesigned logos for the Jeff Meacham Network, including the one just right above my head, right about here, if you look at it. The one based off the Royal Rumble, which I'm going to get that one.
Which I for sure. Yes. All right, so I am going to freeze it at 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 30 seconds, I believe. We'll see what happens here.
I'm at 31, but we should be okay.
Screw it. I'll just do 31 then. There you go. All right, we're good.
You don't have to move it. It's fine. We'll make it work.
All right, so now I'm going to, let's see. I'll have this. I'll just watch and we'll see what happens. So, for those of you just tuning in here, I appreciate you guys being here. I know it's like crazy and I've been babbling, but when I tried to sign in here, it wouldn't let me upload to your Twitch or your Twitter. Okay, fine. Just do the Facebooks and the YouTubes. Whatever. Then it wouldn't let me sign into your Facebook. I was like, you know what? I'm getting a little pissy with you, Mr. StreamYard, so fine. So right now we're on my 2 Facebooks, the group and my own, and then our 2 YouTubes. That's what we're doing right now. So what we are watching, if you missed the overlay not disappearing from my face like I meant to when we started, is this crazy-ass match right here. This is a Texas death match. Vader spun the wheel earlier in that. Yes, it is a spin the wheel, make the deal, but it's not the calamity that was Sting versus Jake the Snake. It actually is a decent little turnout we got going here. And as I've mentioned several times promoting this is the match where Mick Foley legitimately tries to end his career. He's mentioned it in his first autobiography that he intended to have Vader completely wreck him to the point where he could cash in a Lloyd's of London and walk away. He was done. He was done with WCW, jacking his career around. He was over it. He was over the... Mick Foley was over the business, if you can believe that. So that's where we are as we enter October 24th, 1993 on the WWE Network, Halloween Havoc, and you're at 2 hours, 30 minutes, 31 seconds. So I hope I'm able to relay that in the description as I do this on demand later. So there it is. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Capetta. This is actually my alarm tone to wake up.
Vader's theme? No kidding.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like well, at first, then it got really bad as it went on in his career, but one of the many things I regret about Vader's WWE career was he didn't bring this theme with him. I love this theme to pieces. I also miss Gary Michael Capetta, just as a general rule. He was underrated announcer in the grand scheme of things because you don't hear about him now because he didn't cross over when Nitro started. So
what an underrated pairing also.
Right? Exactly. Like, if you were a fan of WCW back then, like, there was no better pairing, no more successful pairing than the world champion and the 8-time world champion, man. Vader owned everybody's ass. And Harley guided him along the way. And ironically, the only person to bring Vader down was the guy that brought Harley down 10 years prior. The Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Yep.
So there you go. Vader was never world champion again after he lost to Sting 2 months after this. Flair, excuse me.
Flair.
He had the chance to be international champion at Slamboree 94, but Sting ruined that for him too, so there you go. And then there's this crazy fool. If you're listening to Shivani on commentary, which I do recommend, yes, I'm not kidding, I do recommend Shivani on commentary. Oh. And there we go. So Shivani is referencing April of 1993, and if you've watched Mick Foley's DVD release over the years, you know what I'm talking about. Vader nearly killed Mick. It's like he damn near punched Mick's face off on Saturday night. Not even like on a pay-per-view, just on a random TBS show. Like I said, there you go. Punch, and he punched him so hard he almost broke the ring pole.
And he also already threw his mask off like 10 seconds in the match.
Yeah. There was zero pretense of fuck it. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Scarily enough, the youngest looking guy is Nick Patrick.
Yeah.
The least stressed, not for long. I just love that Shivani's dressed like Jesse. That just makes my day.
Yeah.
What is that? Jesus!
Looked like a mouse, like a computer mouse.
Like this is what the hell? Are we in East Debbie Arena? Never mind.
Those weren't even that prominent in '93.
All right, I know. Oh well, those are though.
Yeah.
Oh, that don't age well.
Nah.
God damn, that's a shot to the face.
The chair looks rusty.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Where are they again for this show? I'm trying to remember where they were.
Is this a Vegas show? Because a lot of Halloween Havocs were there.
No. This may be Detroit, but I don't think so. Let me see
now,
if I can figure it out.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I watched the Texas Death Match with Flair and Terry Funk at Super Bowl 2000, which was actually pretty brutal.
Yes. In more ways than one.
Is this last man standing rules, or do you need to get a fall before they do the 10 count?
It is. I believe it's last man standing, but we'll see, because I recall 10 counts too, so we'll see. I recall a pinfall too. This is the leg. Well, I recall a pinfall thing first. I don't remember. This is actually in the Lakefront Arena in Nolens.
Oh, Nolens. Okay.
So they are in New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah. In which after a pin, the loser would be unable to. So it has to be a pinfall, then a 10 count.
Gotcha. So Texas Death Match. Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's an actual Texas Death Match. It's not a last man standing match. So. Okay. Yeah, Dylan's like, "What's Texas Death Match?" I'm like, "It's the last man standing match that started in Texas."
Different than death matches you see in Japan.
Or a young Jeffrey Meacham of 20 years old watched in the XPW arena. I swear, if it wasn't for Tammy today, that would have been a hell of a night. Anyway, don't worry, I won't get us into the weeds like we were this morning with the debauchery. I promise.
That's fine.
I'll let Cactus and Vader do that for me. Trying to see what, because like I said, there's a moment here, and if you've all not read Mick Foley's at least the first memoir, go out and get it. It's in the freaking dollar bin at this point because people suck, but it's a damn good read. And when he gets to this point of his career, he talks about this match, and there's gonna be a point here, and I'll give you the cue when it's about to happen, that he is trying to have Vader end his career. So, and Harley got punched in the race. Jesus.
Right in the King's Jewels.
That's right. At least his hand was up that time. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one chair in the whole arena they're using. What the hell, Cactus? Jeez.
I guess.
Oh, man.
Well, it's because Harley brought it into play.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. They're fighting in the fog, Tony. Jesus. Oh, man. You know, for all the crap that Bischoff gives him for when he's WCW, Jesse still had it here, man. He was still cooking.
Oh, yeah. Is it just me, or is it not that big a deal when people pick Vader up? Like, he's 450 pounds, but, like, everybody seems to be able to lift him.
Yeah, it's like once it happened, it didn't stop happening. It was weird. Yeah, he used to be, you know, freaking Andre status. Like nobody touched him. But then once it happened, it was a freaking domino. And there's Mick's face. There you go. Man. It's so funny that part of his reason for leaving WCW was WCW's unwillingness to let him do what he felt he needed to do to be. And then, damn, Leon's all busted up too. You know, it only got more extreme for Mick.
Yeah.
Talk about Japan. Talk about ECW. No.
Talk about the Hell in a Cell.
You talk about Terry. You talk about Terry Funk. God, you know, he almost lit Terry on fire. Well, he did light him on fire, but it rolled off and went into the crowd almost, which has been even more of a freaking legal nightmare.
And then Mick, after retiring in 2000, gets hit with a flaming 2x4 and knocked into freaking barbed wire at ECW One Night Stand. Oh, jeez.
And then there's all, you know, the extreme he did in TNA. I mean, he just did not stop until the doctor said, you need to stop. I wonder what that cactus is actually made of. Oh, it's made of Vader's face right now.
Yeah, cactus with a cactus.
Yeah. I understand that reference. Of course, so is your average kindergartner, so there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. That is like the first table ever made in the history of mankind. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
I think I was the table they signed the Declaration of Independence on. Oh, there's the cactus elbow off the apron. Jesus Christ. And we wonder why he limped in 1999.
Two falls.
Yeah.
So this is like, you get a 30-second break, and then a 10-second.
Yeah.
30-second rest period. Thanks, Shivani.
Right. Thank you, Tony, for cluing in.
Yeah. So is Cactus Jack the babyface in this?
Scarily enough, yes. Yeah, it was actually the feud with... Well, okay. If I remember right, when he first came back to WCW, he was like the last gift box, the mystery gift boxes, and he came out of it and just blasted the shit out of Sting. But, you know, he got himself over so much in the process, they retained him. And then over the course of time, his willingness to, you know, die won the fans over. It was actually Harley, ironically enough, initiated a match between him and Mr. Wonderful to represent him against, I forget what it was, and Harley purposely tried to help Orndorff. And that was the final catalyst. Like, you know, you got Orndorff, who, you know, if you like Orndorff in 1993, you've got issues. And then Harley helping him, it just, it was just a, you know, it was a fait accompli. So.
You mean you're not a fan of Mr. Wonderful post Gary Spivey and the Psychic Companions Network?
Oh, see, that was 1995. I love the Gary Spivey stuff, and I think we should watch that segment just cause.
I remember watching that, like, when it first aired.
Right? Yeah, they actually just talked about that on 83 Weeks recently.
The Gary Spivey stuff.
Yeah, and Bischoff and Conrad were just literally little schoolgirl giggling themselves to shit. It was so funny. Because, like, it's just so... They actually played the audio on the show.
Nice.
Like, the whole... Because, I mean... And then they tweeted a picture of Gary Spivey in the moment on that... when they promoted the show. It's just... Gary Spivey has to be seen to be believed.
Yeah.
And he still looks like that now.
25 years later.
Right? Yeah, it's But yeah, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had the Mr. Wonderful song in WCW, which I think is horribly underrated. And quite frankly, horribly misused because they repackaged it instrumentally as the Maestro song. Well, who's the Maestro, Jeff? Exactly. I love you, Stro, but 2000 you, not so much. Hey, Stro was a part of our early history on the anniversary I'm about to celebrate on Sunday.
Yeah.
Love me some Stro, baby. We're still Facebook pals, I think. I don't remember, honestly.
I remember him in that segment with the cat at Super Brawl.
Jeez, yes. And James Brown, who actually showed up.
Yes.
With no promotion from WCW, which shows everything.
Classic WCW.
Yeah.
What was that?
You got the Godfather of Soul, and let's not promote the fact he's going to be here. Yeah, I'm with Jesse. This is a fight. This ain't a match. This is a fight.
No.
It's a match fitting Halloween. No, this is Tuesday for Cactus and Leon. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oof.
This is what awaits Mick when he gets to the big ring in the sky. He's just going to be wrestling Vader all the time, and he'll love it. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mick will spend eternity doing this, and he will enjoy every bit of it. But he'll be wearing his Santa Claus Mick suit when he does it, though, just to make sure everything blends together. He can get hot, Harley. Jesus.
Jeez.
Grumpy old bastard.
I
think he's just mad because the greatest part about the Vader stuff in Mick's book is he talks about that Harley was so disappointed he never got to bust Mick open hard way on his own, like with one of his punches.
Yeah.
Like, Mick vowed that the next time they had a chili cookout at Harley's place, he was just going to let Harley bust him open just cuz. It's like, I ain't mad at it.
Oh, going all the way up. Vader salt.
Going for the moonsault. Oh, geez, we have like so many comments and I didn't read it. I feel like a dick. Let's see here what we got here. Hello, Big G. Hello, Shane. Matching shirts. Yes, we're coordinated today.
Yeah.
I got mine at WrestleMania 2000, hence the hat. Greg got his during one of the Cactus sales through Mick Foley Pros and Tees.
I actually found somebody actually was selling this at a store for like $4. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
Shenanigans. Yeah, I bought this at the merch table at WrestleMania 2000. Love it. Vader versus Cactus was a really good match at Havoc. Pretty hardcore for back then. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
let's
that's
see.
what we're watching.
Your YouTube videos speeds us slow, FY. Yeah, I know. We're having a day, guys. Sorry, it is what it is. Jordan says hello. What are we watching? Halloween Havoc 93, Vader and Cactus. We are currently, at my speed anyway, at 2:45, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah.
And then Big G says he was 5 in 93. You're fired, Big G.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there now.
Younger than me.
Greg always makes me feel young, but you're just a dick. You are.
Well, TJS wasn't even born in 93, was he?
Oh! Well, you know, that would account for his judgment in group chat this morning.
Why does he love that spot?
I don't know. I don't understand.
He did it with Show, too. A couple times.
Yeah, just not okay. Yeah. Death by Giggity. Oh, that's hysterical. I was loving it. Is this where he powerbombs on the concrete? No, this is later that year. The concrete match was WCW Saturday Night back in April. I'm waiting for that spot to come up. That way I can promote it. Let's see here.
Very accurate, Shivani.
Davies says Virtue's winning that belt, Greg. He's got to get through the first two, the other two challenges there, Davies. Slow your roll there, Bubba. All right, let's see here. I have a message come. Incoming message from the big giant head.
You know, can you imagine if, like...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Did I miss a spot where he squashed him underneath him?
Where Vader had him on his back and did the back thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Ah, shit. Well, yeah, okay. That was the spot where Mick was trying to end his career. But ironically enough, his body had taken so much damage that his body was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't do himself any favors because he went down.
Yeah. What the hell? Holy crap! Right now, period. I'll be back, period. He freaking shot him with a stun gun!
Yep.
Jesus. Not to be graphic with the language, but that was a totally fuck you audience finish, man. That was messed up. Whatever it was, do you know what a stun gun is, 93, Shivani? And he's up, and now he's going to beat Harley's ass. Oh, this is easy. There you go.
Damn.
On the chair, damn. I'm pretty sure Harley didn't wake up until we had him on Extreme Mayhem 10 years later.
That's possible.
He was just straight up loopy until then.
Just in time for Orton to spit in his face.
Right? Yeah. For real. Is his goatee coming off his face?
Possibly.
Is Jesse supposed to be like a Miami Vice or something?
No idea. That might just be his hair.
Jeez. Right? That's where his hair went. I'm not going to Battle Bowl. I will watch Starcade though, Tony.
Good old Battle Bowl.
What's scary is, as they're doing this... Alright, that's enough of that. Senior producer Virgil Runnels. I know who that is. So, as they're doing that show...
Hey, babe.
Right. Yeah, I can't... my brain's not working. The plan had been, going into that show, that the next guy to step up with Vader would be Sid Vicious.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you unaware of his story, Vader, Sid and Arn Anderson played a little stabby over in Europe, and Sid got his ass fired.
Yeah.
And that's why Flair was put in the contention spot, and the rest is history. So... And that, like I said, that'd be the last time Vader would be a world champion. At least he may have been a champion in Japan again, but I don't know that. But he definitely did not win a North American-based world championship again after his loss at Starrcade. So, anyway, I know it was kind of a train wreck, and I know it was a train wreck coming on the air. So I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a technology nightmare for sure. But a couple questions in the chat room. Chris says, out of Vader, Big Show, or Undertaker, which one changed the landscape what a big man should be athletic-wise? The Undertaker. Like, I mean, look, you gotta remember, they're in different categories for me.
Yeah.
Because Taker's a big guy, but he's also, like, tall, and he's, like athletic. So, there's that. Big Show, when he was brought in, had, like, an athletic look, but he was still very much a giant. Like, he had the giant disease. He was a giant. So, and he's only just now really in the best shape of his life. I mean, really. Vader was always just a big, like, stocky kid that, grew up stocky and just stayed stocky his whole life. So they're kind of like apples, oranges, and bananas. Vader definitely was a big man. You would not expect to be able to do moonsaults and the Vader bombs and everything. So I think if we're going by that, Vader's the one to pick in this particular group of three. Right. So, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, they all have ridiculous athletic qualities, so it's hard to narrow it down.
I agree. 100% agree with that. It's just, they're... And I was such a big fan of all three of them. And I was young enough at the time that Vader came along where I was young enough that I hated Vader for, what he had done to, Cactus and Flair and, what he tried to do to my buddy Hulk and stuff like that. But, looking back, it's like, dude, he is impressive as a mother. Like, he's just, it is a crime that the WWF just kind of ruined him. So, Brandon says, I love Mick, but knowing what we know now about head injuries, some of his matches were hard to watch. I, to this day, have a very difficult time with the I Quit match with The Rock.
I feel like we should watch that for a rewind in January. I know it's like it doesn't age well worth a damn, but it's a historic match.
Yeah, it is one of the most unintentionally barbaric matches in history. It really is. It's a tough get through. I would usually watch it if I'd actually want Aaron along for the ride because he was there, which would be a cool perspective, to have the live thoughts from the pond, the Arrowhead Pond event, which is down the Honda Center, of course. But I know a few people that were there, so it'd be kind of maybe it'd be like a cool, since it's Rumble, month. Why not have like a group watch? So we'll figure it out. Let's see. Mike says, I know I'm late, but did you guys like the match? I actually did. I'd never seen it before the whole way through, so I enjoyed the match. It's just, with the technology we're having, it's hard to pay attention, but I do enjoy this match very much, and I think that if it had been about 4 or 5 years later, it would have been better appreciated because it was that era.
Mm-hmm.
So,
are we T-shirt ranking this?
Yeah, we need to do that because we haven't done that yet. So, I honestly give it 3.5 wanted shirts out of 5.
I feel like you went pretty high, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to give it, and this might seem cruel, 2 3/4.
Wow.
It was entertaining, but it seemed kind of something didn't click for me.
Well, if I knew a way to, I think it's on the network now on the whole show. At some point, we can actually watch the match that was the catalyst, the match that they censored on TBS that Mick ended up getting aired later between Vader and Cactus, because that one is something.
Yeah.
Dwayne says, next Rewind show, how about Sting and Luger versus the Steiner Brothers? If we decide to do it in February, absolutely, because that's when that match took place. Actually, that was in May. That may have been the May Super Brawl. So whatever month that was, we'll throw it up there. Sure. That's a damn good match. Dare say match of the year for WCW that year. So there you go. And the last time Luger was a babyface in WCW until his unexpected babyface turn in 96, I think it was. So
yeah.
Favorite underrated Vader moment? God, I mean,
get well, Gorilla. Oh,
yeah, damn. Oh, yeah. Seriously, I was 13 at that point. And I still was like, oh no, no, that's a bad Leon. Yeah. Honestly, like, Vader's moments are so highly regarded. It's hard to think of an underrated one for me. I mean, I think that his performance against Flair at Starrcade doesn't get enough shine because it's all about Nate. But Vader does a hell of a job in that match, and even they've all talked about it. You know, he's potatoing Rick, and Harley tells Rick, if you don't start getting him back, he's going to kill you. Like, that's how much respect and legitimacy Vader had. Like, if you didn't fight back, he's like, I'm going to beat your ass till you do. And Vader really helped get Flair back into the place he needed to be as the world champion. So, pretty cool moment. Chris also says, Vader got to be on top of the list of deceased wrestlers to go into the Hall of Fame. That is a mighty wide list. I'm going to be at the top, I'm going to be honest with you, but I would say Vader's up there.
Yeah, he's probably up there.
Again, one of those guys where, no disrespect to Stan Hansen, but the guy that inducted him before him, it's like the honky cocoa thing for me. It's like, how did that happen? Because Vader more than deserved it. So, again, I love Stan Hansen, but there you go. Davey, your question underneath Chris's is not on topic, so we can use that on either Monday's Talk Wrestling or next Wednesday's Greg Cherry Show. So, we will address that then because, quite honestly, I'm inclined to agree in a lot of respects, but a lot of things he's just kind of too much. So, Michael says, thoughts on the Vader and Taker moment in Kuwait? Not a good look for the business. Not a good... Probably the thing that really sent Vader on the downward spin that he never really pulled the nose up from. Yep. If we're being honest. It was... it wasn't good. And you notice Taker, you know, who's usually pretty good about protecting the business and standing up for it, just kind of sat there and went, oh boy. So... Brandon, I was talking about earlier, that's the one from WCW Saturday Night. We may watch that down the line. We're not going to watch it now because I'm not dealing with technology being the way it's been today. I'm not messing with it anymore. Right. But next week, as we wrap up October, even though we've only had 2 shows in October for Wrestling Rewind, because it's just Wednesdays have been moida, and Thursdays too for that matter. I want to make sure that Greg and I watch the
match of Halloween Havoc.
Right, yeah, like the best match in Halloween Havoc history, and it's one of the top 10 WCW matches, period. Eddie Guerrero defending the Cruiserweight Championship against the mask of Rey Mysterio Jr. And it's just like, I very, very rarely use the word beautiful or pretty to describe a wrestling match. This thing is gorgeous. It's just like, if I have a mat, if I want to sit a youngin down and go, okay, this is what wrestling is. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio from Halloween Havoc 97. It's just as simple as that. And when you figure that show is a freaking train wreck, including the Piper Hogan rematch in the cage that was, you know, the Grinch's 3 sizes heart too big for the ring. This match just makes it gonna be okay. It's all good. Great question from Dwayne, because I love the reference, because I get off on this moment. After watching his Hall of Fame speech, why didn't Foley ever wrestle Chris Jericho? Good question. I mean, they wrestled in ECW. It was it was Mick's second to last match as Cactus Jack before he became Mankind. And I even booked that on my my dream card I did a couple months ago, my 4-day Meechamania extravaganza, and I booked Cactus Jack versus Lionheart Chris Jericho because I want to see it on a big stage, not just on an ECW TV throwaway. So, right. Don't know why it didn't happen. I mean, yeah, remember, by the time Jericho came to WWE, Foley was like less than a year from being done. So, you know, it's officially done. Let's be clear on that, kids, because done in wrestling is, you know, kind of like saying Doc Brown was mildly eccentric.
Yeah.
So, but how about for a rewind, Vader versus Sting from Starrcade 92? I like that match. It's a cool, the King of Cable final, but I've got this year booked out already, so I will look into it for the end of next year. So like I said,
eventually we'll also throw in. Do we have the Armageddon Hell in the Cell this year?
We don't this year, but I do want to watch it. No, I had to make a decision because I didn't want to get too like gimmicky or cage heavy if I could help it. We're watching the Elimination Chamber in a couple weeks from Survivor Series 2002 per your birthday request. So we're gonna definitely get into the cage shenanigans on that one. So yeah, it's I still feel Triple H's larynx hurt to this day for that one.
Oh yeah.
Mainly because my boy Rob did it.
I was going to say, did you ever ask Rob about that particular spot?
I did off air. He was like, yeah, my bad, dude. Shit happens. You know. Hunter God, he's a pro. He wasn't mad at me for it.
I'm surprised, like, he did blow out his knee or something.
Yeah, I mean, remember, if he's landing on Hunter's throat, his leg is, like, just sprawled across. And that's ugly. That's bad. So... let's see. Michael says Halloween Havoc should have replaced Hell in a Cell instead of being next NXT event. Disagree. I'll tell you why. It should be a takeover, not a WWE pay-per-view. I don't want WWE taking the Halloween Havoc legacy and shitting on it like I did every other freaking thing. So Hunter's in charge of it. I'm okay with it. That's fine. But you know what they're doing on Wednesday, next Wednesday, I should say, is going to be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to the wheel coming back. I'm looking forward to, you know, seeing my boys, my folks, my peeps, Candace and Johnny having to go through whatever the wheel deals them. Because
Coal Miners Club.
Oh God, please no. The only way that's gonna be okay with me is if Candace gets PWG bloody again, because she can do it if they let her.
That's true.
So, let's see. Rewind suggestion. How about Bret Hart versus Stone Cold in the King of the Ring final? They never had a King of the Ring final.
Yeah, they never had a King of the Ring final.
They had a Survivor Series match and the submission match at WrestleMania. But for the record, since you brought it up, Chris, the 25th anniversary of both King of the Ring 96 and Bash to the Beach 96 are next year. And we will be watching the King of the Ring final and the promo and the Bash of the Beach 96 main event next year. So.
And the promo.
Oh, definitely the promo on that one, brother. Yeah. If you see me turn off a Hulk Hogan heel turn promo, you know I got the sickness. And I'm not down with the sickness, for the record. So, let's see. Who really came up with the Elimination Chamber? Was it Bischoff or was it just part of the storyline? I love that this question's asked because that shows me that kayfabe is alive. Very much, Vince.
Yes.
Although Bischoff sold it like he was his, so more power to him.
Yeah, so, he said it was part Rumble, Survivor Series, and War Games. So
yeah, which I am all about it. Chris, the double turn when Stone Cold passed out was WrestleMania 13, and Aaron Riff shames you for not knowing the difference.
Because isn't that his favorite match of all time?
It's his favorite match of all time. Yeah, Aaron Riff shames you, Chris. Shame. Like I care. I'm not on his network right now. I'm not using this shit. I don't care. Yeah. But yeah, we will definitely get into some good stuff because next year is we'll probably watch that match in 2022 because it's a 5-year whatever it is, 25 whatever it is. So yeah, so that'll be a watch. I don't care what day it falls on. It just so happens that when I booked these things a year out, the King of the Ring 96 final and the Bash of the Beach main event were on the Wednesday that we were going to do it. Like the actual date was the day we were going to do Rewind. But if Rewind goes back to Thursday, which I don't know what's going to happen next week, it's kind of crazy right now. But either way, it's close enough where the anniversary is right there. And I really want to start hitting matches that, you know, are milestones. I did mention a few shows ago we were going to do the Meltzer thing. I really don't want to do that, honestly. It's like
a lot of work.
Yeah, it is a lot of work because, I mean, I don't know if I can, let's see if I can check this shit out. Yeah, I want to do that. Okay, watch this. Okay, so there's, come on, bring it up. There you go. Okay, so here's the screen. Here's the list so far. And I'm only in I'm only in 2000, where am I at here? 2000, a year. My Kingdom for a year. like mid-2000s. So, no. Because that means I'm booking us 2 years out and giving us no wiggle room to do anything else. So, I do like the idea of watching those because they are damn good matches. I'm not going to take that away from Dave. He does know his shit, right? So, yes, we will. Yeah. Because we're not doing the Meltzer thing. We will do the, and we'll also do what Kedrick and Ariel are saying. Because, oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. We're doing that this year.
We're doing it this year.
We're doing the Undisputed series because let's see,
it's calendar. All 3 matches, right?
Right, yeah. We're gonna start it when Angle's music hits, and we're just gonna go for it. Yeah. Because that Wednesday, December 9th, is the actual anniversary.
Right. So it'll be the 19 years and not the
right. But at the end of the day, anytime I can showcase Chris Jericho, I'm all about it. So, let's see. Where are we at here? That's it.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, it's top of the hour. We're past it. So once again, we're going overtime. It's the second time today for Greg and Jeff. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Again, next week we're gonna wrap up October with Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio for Halloween Havoc 97. And then we get into November, which the first week of November is the Birthday Boys week. So we're going to watch the very first Elimination Chamber match from Survivor Series 2002. And then we just go on from there. I'll have a full preview up on Talk Wrestling Monday afternoon when I go live. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, one way or the other, somebody's doing Hell in a Cell predictions. I don't know if it's going to be on this channel or Greg's channel or if we're both going to be on here. I don't know what the hell we're doing. I have no idea. But as of now, it's going to be me, possibly Greg, my buddy Christian, who is a huge Kings fan slash Dodgers fan, which tonight, please, and another special guest who we heard from this morning might be there with us as well. So stay tuned for that. And then Friday, if you guys missed Stat Boys Sports Bar yesterday and haven't been watching my social media, which if you haven't watched my social media, you make me sad. I don't like you don't watch my. It makes me cry. Let me go ahead and bring it up really quick because I want to make sure I show it again because it's damn good. And sorry for the color change. That's just the way it works out.
I don't apologize.
Yeah, well, I was want to use something different from yours and from mine, so I set up Mikey's. It ended up being a yellow. I was like, all right, I'll allow it. So, in case you missed yesterday's show, here we go. Want to play? Yes. At some point during Dad's Not Always on Wrestling on Friday, you will see Andy and Chucky reunited on screen once again. So there you go. It's going to be a hell of a way to end the week. And like I said, I was talking with JJ. I don't know if it was off air or whatever. I decided that I am going to go ahead and do the Hell in a Cell watch along Sunday. However, I'm going to co-promote it as the Jeff Meacham podcasting anniversary show. There you go. Because it was 18 years ago, that very day, October 25th, that themayhem.com started their very first podcast, starring somebody else and good old JM. So, It's going to be awesome. And yes, Michael, Chucky. That's right. I love that yours is Frankenstein's monster. That's awesome. I love that Halloween brings out the decor in all of us. Like my entire social media profile pictures is all me and Michael Myers right now. So I love it. But I hope you are able to join us on Friday for Dads. I enjoyed recording that show. Like I say this during the show, I am not the world's biggest horror fan, but I enjoyed getting to watch those movies, and I've enjoyed kind of broadening my horizons, or expanding my palette, because man cannot live on Disney and rom-coms alone. So there you go. And Star Wars, of course. But where do you stand on the horror movie thing? Because you don't really talk about this very much. I know that I'm, always talking about Halloween and that with Aaron and everybody in the panel, but I never really ask you where your horror stance is.
Not my thing.
No.
Never been my thing. It's not Jen's thing either, so that kind of works.
Right.
Not really into the horror aspect of stuff.
Right.
Never have been.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I still do not like being scared to this day. And, my buddy Travis, not your buddy Travis, there's too many Travises, he and I are like really into like talking about the horror culture and the slasher movie subculture. He tried to send me a video that his wife had shot of being around one of the infamous haunted dolls. I think Belle's her name. And he's like, if you watch it closely, you can say, nope, not watching.
Yeah.
It took me the better part of a half a decade to have my buddy doll be around after the first time I saw Chucky. Dolls are one of the things, like, yeah. And Chucky's the reason, man, because luckily for me, the first time I actually saw Chucky was Child's Play 3, and it was just so hokey and ridiculous. But when I saw the first one the first time, it was like, oh, that's, wow. Skin crawl, bad. Anyway, we're off into the weeds once again.
Yeah, as we do.
As we do here on the Championship Network when Greg and I are along for the ride. Thank you guys for watching this train wreck of a presentation of the Wrestling Rewind. But Mick Foley loves you for it. And yes, Brandon, I do remember Vader's eye popping out in Japan. And I do remember him putting it back in and finishing the match, because Leon is a tough bastard. Always was. And may he rest in peace with both his eyes in the great ring beyond. So, with that, let me see if I have it queued up. I don't. Of course I don't. That'd be too damn easy. So we're just going to put there's my screen. Shit. Alright, well, whatever. We'll do this. We'll wrap with this. Don't forget, tonight at 11 Eastern-ish, depending on when both shows end, head on over to Aaron Riff No DQ on YouTube and check out the Boss Man's recap of NXT and Dynamite. We will see you guys next time on the Jeff Meacham Network.